Oh, hello, Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you at the docks here in Los Angeles. I just got off of a slow boat from China, and they took my studio and let me sit in there, and now I got to get back into a plane flight to Kangaroo City. But before I go, I want to give you some advice. If you have a interracial marriage, or a marriage where one of you is from another country, or there's second languages being spoken in your house, I have discovered the Bard. I discovered crap. I do. My girlfriend, my girls, including Abigail and Mercy and Allison, they have many Filipino friends, and we rent part of our barge to a Filipino family. And so they all get together in the Bard Mansion house. Well, it's not a mansion. Joseph Smith called it a mansion house. Mine is just like a little cardboard box where we all squeeze in. Two kangaroos sit outside with AK-47s. Anyway, I love it when I sit here in my kingdom, and my video cameras are on, all my speakers are on. You know, I'm kind of wanting to make sure that the house runs clean and fair and nice. And so I hear them laughing, and they buy their own food. They go to the Asian store and buy fish. You know, fish has been dead since 2,000 years before Jesus. But they like that. And rice that just grows wildly. I don't know how they get their rice. But anyway, they buy some strange stuff. Squid, crocodile. I don't know if they have crocodile. Maybe they don't have crocodile in the Philippines. Anyway, food, I would find outside on the lawn, but they eat it. Anyway, I enjoy them enjoying their own culture, but they do speak their own language in my home, and I can't understand a word. I can understand Guapa Bazoom. That's it. And if any of you are smart enough, go look up in the Filipino Visayan language, dialect, Guapa Bazoom. So anyway, that's the only thing I can say in their language, and they don't say that very often. So anyway, I found out today, there's two or three things I found out today, okay? One is I took Mercy to the Asian market, and it was neat. Now, I've never been in it. I just sit in the car, listen to my music, and watch the pretty Asian girls walk by, because I'm parked right at the front door. I'm handicapped, so I can park anywhere I want. But anyway, I thought, you know, today I should go into the Asian store and see what it's all about. So I did. I walk in there, and my God, I felt that I just entered the Philippines. Little tiny containers full of food or spices. All those little people like little things. It's kind of like, where the hell is the midget store? They're all tiny, and they're all very polite. Now, there were Chinese in there, Asian, Polynesians. If you had brown skin, or slanty eyes, or Malaysian looking, you were welcome there. Now, I wasn't. It looked like the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk just walked through the front door, and he's white. So I felt uncomfortable, because there weren't any white faces in here. I was the only one that was white, and I thought, God, you know, these people need to read the Book of Mormon more so that they'll all turn white according to the Mormons. So I walked through. They're not afraid to speak their own languages, and you hear languages from all over the South Pacific, like I would know. As soon as I hear, as soon as I hear that, you know, I went, is that Vietnam? Is that Thailand? Is that the Philippines? Is that Hong Kong? Is that Asia? Is that China? I just walked through like I knew. And these bastards, they don't even speak English. Well, anyway, they have these little tiny containers, and they're so polite. They don't scream, yell, crowd in front. These are not real Americans. They're not yelling, where's aisle 14? And you ripped me on. They're just quiet, docile, peaceful people. Those island people and South Pacific people, they're just unbelievably beautiful people. those races are beautiful races. So anyway, I got the hell out of there. Because if I had yelled, "Where the hell is the midget?" they wouldn't have done anything. They would have just looked at me and said, you know, he's an asshole American. That's the way they act. So I went out through the check stand, and it was like 20 deep. One little checker. And she moved like this. And I looked at that. I was about to say, what the hell? Get a couple of more checkers. Then I realized I was in their world. They don't mind standing in line. They were born standing in line and waiting. And they're so courteous and so polite. And everyone that comes out of the Asian store, they take their carts back to where they belong. Now, when I come out of Target, other big box stores, you know, I just push the cart as hard as I can. If it hits a car, who cares? If it goes in where the carts go, that's good too, but it never does. It's always going down the road. You go, there's the Bard. He doesn't know how to act. And it's true. With the Asians, they very carefully put it away, and they're just a beautiful race of people. Well, to make a long story long, I was sitting there with my Garmin GPS, and it's a new toy for Christmas that I got, because I never know who I am. And it says, this is David the Bard, Garmin. That's who you are. Now follow where I say. I go, okay. So I noticed in the Garmin that you can choose different voices and different languages. So I looked down through there, and I saw a whole bunch of languages that I couldn't even tell what the what the language was. And I thought, this will teach you a lesson. So I changed my Garmin voice to, I don't know what voice it was, but there's like 6 of them in there from Asia, Chinese, Korean, etc. So I put one in my Garmin, and we start to leave the Asian store. She goes, what the hell is that? I said, well, it's a new language. I'm trying to learn a new language, and if you don't understand it, that's the way I feel at home all the time. Only I would do this. I thought it was funny as hell, because these languages don't have words like that can describe American culture. And you know, the one little gal I had in there talking to me in a foreign language, she would go, "Humakaya." What the hell is that? What she was really saying is that you're going to turn left in a half a mile, go over into the left lane, put your blinker on, and don't act stupid. God, that's a concise language. Now here's what I learned. They don't have words in those languages. So she's just saying, I don't know. I don't know. Follow the arrow. Follow. She doesn't know. So I learned that different languages don't have words. Like a rotary. There's no such word as a rotary except in English. Mercy said, well, in our language we call it a circle. But see, a circle doesn't describe a driving condition. It can describe a glass, it can describe moon. It doesn't specifically speak to a driving rotary or a roundabout. So anyway, I had real lot of fun with my GPS, and I've just left it on these other languages because I like the way they sound. And I'm going to tell Abigail, I say, honey, you don't have to drive your car today to work. Go ahead and take mine. And my GPS is in Chinese. See, I think this shit's funny. No one else does. No one else does. They go, he's crazy. And I go, I am. But it is fun. So anyway, if any of you have spouses that are speaking different languages in your home, and you can't understand them, I say change the GPS. Let them know what it feels like. Let them know what it feels like. And pretend you understand. Oh yeah, she said turn left. You just make, I didn't know you spoke that. Oh, I speak that language, sure. So anyway, get even with those foreign-speaking husbands and wives. And, if you want to have some fun, real fun, I just laugh my ass off. Put on another language and drive around town, and then give your car to the dealership and tell him, you know, take it in and do this and that, and the garment will come on. And he goes, "Jeez, what's going on?" So I loan my car. I take it over to the dealership, and I think it's cool. I roll my windows down, so when I drive up at the red lights, all this foreign language is coming out, and they go, "God dang, how did that old man learn all those languages?" And hey, you know, the bard knows. The bard knows. So anyway, I do have a link down below, and I forgot to even say anything to you about it. The 1990s, the Mormon Church stopped the penalties in the temple. So most of you have never seen this. Most of you, unless you're over 50, 60 years old, you've never had what I've told you on my show. You know, slitting the throat. I will never reveal the tokens of the Aaronic and Melchizedek priesthood. Other than do so, I would suffer my life to be taken. You are giving them permission to take your life if you reveal these. And then I always say to you, pay, lay, ale. And most of you go, he ain't right. It is, oh God, hear the words of my mouth. Not true. That was changed. And it was changed because we were told back in those days that pay, lay, ale were from the original Adamic language that Adam, when he met his wife, I guess he said pay, lay, ale, and I guess when they went to bed, pay, I don't know, he only had 3 words, I don't know. But the Mormons tried to fool us that that was an ancient secret language. Well, now it's, oh God, hear the words of my mouth, repeated 3 times. So, health in the navel, marrow in the bones, strength in the loins, standing, power and grace will be upon me and upon my posterity through all generations of time and throughout all eternity. And don't slit my throat, don't cut my heart out, and don't rip open my stomach. Watch this movie. Watch this movie, folks. The bard don't lie. The bard don't lie. Bard's gone.